Alright, so just giving a quick update. That's when I posted the final video of the Esprit. It's kind of more of a montage. Had a lot of feedback. People wanted to see more about updates. Also, better music, I guess. Nobody likes Silverchair. And driving video. We'll get to that. Next week, the Esprit goes to FCCS at Barrett Jackson. We'll do a driving video on the way there. But updates on the Mercedes right now. So last video I posted was the first and final drive of the Mercedes before I start tearing into it. As you can see, it's not driving anywhere now. Pulled the engine out. Big plans on this, swapping a lot of stuff. Engine swap, Evo 2 body kit. Engine swaps requiring quite a bit of work. As we can see, pretty much gutted under the bay. Got rid of the steering box, brake booster, ABS, all the expansion tanks, all the ECU, well, the ECU, but control wiring, I guess, for whatever that K-Jet system is. It's all gone. So we're AC's out, left with bare bones. So currently waiting on more stuff to arrive, but this is where most of the work's been focused on adding things, is the front suspension. So stealing the idea from FCP on this, they swapped their 190E over to a C63 front suspension as far as the knuckle goes, and the rotor. As you can see, massive rotor. I don't have a wheel anymore that fits this, so it's another task I need to figure out. But take a quick look here. See, it's still the 190E control arm on the lower. It's a C63 knuckle. I'll show you on the other side. I've got it off the car still. And my suspension strut and dampener is just a chain for now. I've ordered suspension, front suspension from BC Racing, which I think should be able to fit this pretty well. It'll fit the knuckle. It's C63 suspension, so it'll fit in the knuckle, but up top, I'm probably either going to need to make some changes up here or make some changes to the suspension. I think camber plate, something I can just easily produce and make it fit in here. But this is kind of what we're dealing with. I'll show you on the other side. So what the setup is: lower control arm off the 190E. This ball joint here, it's off of this is all just stolen from SCP. They did a pretty good job on their video, but this is stolen from a GL, Mercedes GL. Not familiar with all the Mercedes models yet, but and then the steering knuckle itself, stolen from a W204 C63. Same with the brake caliper bracket. Had to get it cut and welded to fit the calipers I'm using. Now it would fit just a regular Mercedes caliper. I'm not using a Mercedes caliper, but this bolts onto the C63 knuckle, and then lower ball joint. Had to make a little modification to the knuckle to fit this ball joint, but I'd say check out the FCP Euro Golden Era video. They do a pretty in-depth job of explaining what they have done to make that suspension work. The only thing that I don't know if they did the same, I did use a shim on the lower ball joint to make sure it didn't slop around. Just kind of made one from a piece of metal and slid it in there to fill the void. So it's the only thing I could really add to that. But yeah, it's coming along. Waiting for front suspension to show up. Once that's here in hopefully another week or so, we'll be able to get the car well, back on the ground once I figure out what wheels to put on there. But that is where it's at for now. Thanks.